Alright, guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Blue Point TV. Where we talk about football and football related stories. Right, guys, let's talk about the game Nigeria and South Africa. Let's just have a preview on this one. Now, as you know, these two teams will be meeting themselves in the semi final, CAF African Cup of Nations 2023. They will be meeting each other in the semi final. Now, for me, I think this game will be an interesting game. I feel like it will be an interesting game because these two teams, I think they have some kind of respect for each other. And in terms of this competition, I feel like nobody gives some of this team chance to get where they are today. For the Super Eagles, the only way people will give them that kind of chance is because it is Nigeria, it's the Super Eagles. When they are in the African Cup of Nations, everybody will believe that they should be there or thereabout. They should be, should be one of the team to win the tournament. They should be one of the team to be in the final or at least get to the semi-final for Nigeria, right? But for South Africa, I feel like they are not that team where people are looking at them that South Africa can get to the stage, where they are now, getting to the semi-final. So for me, it seems it's like, you know, um, most people, I feel like most people are kind of surprised that South Africa are where they are now in the semi-final. They have really done well for me. I think they have played against some very good teams, teams like Morocco and Cape Verde. So for me, them being in this position where they are now, yeah, they have really done well for them to be in this position. And for Nigeria, we know that from the group stage, Nigeria struggled. We struggled to, you know, I will not say we struggled to qualify because we had 7 points, in the group stage. But in terms of our performances, the performances wasn't really encouraging in the group stage. So then people were saying, for we to be performing like this in the group stage, if we get to the knockout phase, that's when we will struggle because then we'll start meeting, the good teams, the best teams, in in the tournament. But then somehow we improve because I feel like we improve now playing this phase of the tournament in the quarter final and the round of 16. I feel like these two games that we played against Cameroon and also against Angola, for me, these two games for me is the best games that Super Eagles have played in terms of performances, in terms of understanding themselves, obviously winning the games. So for me, these two games, for me, is our best games that we've played, you know, in this tournament. So for me, it will be interesting to see how these two teams will play. Now, for South Africa, I think for a very long time they haven't been in the semi-final of the African Cup of Nations for a very long time. I think based on the report, they have. The last time they got to the semi-final was 2000. That was the last time South Africa got to the semi-final of the Cup of Nations. Is that's to tell you that it has been really, really long. That's to tell you that people are not expecting them to get to this position where they are now because they haven't been in this position for a very long time. So if you want to compare the two teams, I feel like Nigeria have the advantage in a way because Nigeria have been in this position before several times, compared from 2000 to this time. Nigeria won, the last time Nigeria won it was 2013, and it was even in South Africa they won, the last African Cup of Nations that they won. And yeah, they understand that how to be in this position. So it's not a new thing for Nigeria, but for South Africa, I feel like it's kind of a new thing for them because they haven't been in this position for a very, very long time. Maybe the advantage that South Africa might have is their coach. I feel like their coach could be what is pushing them because we shouldn't forget this coach of South Africa. He has won this tournament before. The last time Cameroon won this tournament, 2017, this is the coach that took Cameroon to win this tournament. Maybe it's because he understood this competition because he has won it before. Maybe that's the reason South Africa is doing this good. That's the reason they're in the position where they are now. But yeah, for Nigeria, the manager I mean, the coach of Nigeria, Pesoro, I don't think he has managed any African team before. I'm not sure, but maybe, yeah, I don't think he has managed any African team before. But yeah, if this is his first time, yeah, I feel like he has done well to take Nigeria to the semi-final. But obviously, we want him to finish the job by winning the trophy because for me, the teams that are left now in this tournament, I feel like Nigeria is the best team, that are remaining in this tournament. Obviously, the other teams are also good teams. South Africa, they are a good team. Cote d'Ivoire, I feel like there's something going for them. I mean, they are supposed to have been out from this tournament, but maybe something is going for them, for Cote d'Ivoire and Congo themselves as well. They have been good as well in this tournament. But if you want to compare these two teams, I think Nigeria are the better team because now, if you want to compare South Africa and Nigeria, these two teams, we all agree that they have the best defense in the tournament. Nigeria have only considered one goal so far in the tournament. Then South Africa, I think they have considered two goals in the tournament. The first game for Nigeria, which they drew 1-1, that was the only goal that they have considered in this tournament. Then for South Africa, they lost their first game, I think 2-0 to Mali. That was the goals that they considered. I mean, these two teams have kept 4 clean sheets getting to this stage of the tournament. So defensively, the two teams, they are pretty good defensively. The defense of the two teams have shown that they can defend. But for me, if you want to compare these two teams, which of the defense is even more better, I feel like it's Nigeria defense because if you watch the games that they have played getting to this level, it's difficult to break them down. It's really difficult. They are very organized. They understand what they are doing. So defensively, the Nigerian defense have been good. Even the goalkeeper sometimes doesn't do much, but yeah, at the same time, if the ball comes to him, he also do his job by making sure that he made some very good saves. But yeah, still, I feel like the Nigerian goalkeepers haven't really done much, in terms of saves. But at the same time, but like I said before, if if the ball comes to him, he has shown that he's also a very good goalkeeper. And yeah, for the goalkeepers, like I said, the Nigerian goalkeeper has shown that he's a good goalkeeper in this tournament. And then the South African goalkeeper himself has been fantastic as well in this tournament, especially the game against Cape Verde. That was the game that I really confirmed that this keeper is a good goalkeeper. Aside from the penalties, 4 penalties he saved against Cape Verde, he made some very good saves in the game. I remember the save he made around 90 something minutes. He made that save. That was the time that I feel like South Africa will win the game against Cape Verde because that save one-on-one that the Cape Verde striker had with the South African goalkeeper, and he made that very good save, like top save he made. So that was when I started thinking, okay, maybe South Africa, this is their game to win. And of course, if you watch the penalty that they played against Cape Verde, he was so confident. He feel like he knows he will make some saves, and he did. So yeah, the two goalkeepers for this tournament, for me, these two goalkeepers are the best goalkeepers in the tournament, as well as the defense. These two teams, I feel like their defense are the best. Their goalkeepers for me are the best in terms of performances, you know, so far in the tournament. And any of them that get to the final, I feel like the two goalkeepers could be, maybe the goalkeeper of the tournament. Any of them, if Nigeria get to the final, I feel like Wabali will be the goalkeeper, of this tournament. He has been really, really fantastic in this tournament. Now, in terms of how the game will go and how the Nigerian manager will approach this game. Now, for me, the first 11, the starting 11 that have been starting games for Nigeria, I think the manager will still go with the same players. I feel like he will still go with the same players because they have been very, very consistent so far. They have been very good, working hard for each other. So I will expect him to go with the same players, approach the game just as he has been approaching other games in this knockout phase, because we shouldn't take South Africa ordinary. Like, we shouldn't underrate them, because I feel like they themselves are a very good team. If you underrate them, they might hurt you. So go with that same mindset, that same mentality of fighting, giving everything, you know, making sure that you win. Because for me, I think Nigeria is a better team for me in terms of what I've seen, and also history. History have told us that Nigeria is a better team, than South Africa. We always win, South Africa. But this time, I feel like they have improved. South Africa, I feel like they have improved, but still, Nigeria themselves in this tournament have shown that they can beat any team. So I will still believe that Nigeria should be the favorite going into this game. I also believe that Nigeria themselves will should win the game. Now for South Africa, I still think they will go with the same starting 11, because the manager have continued with the same starting 11 from their second game till date. The same players that have started the games from that second game that they won till now. I think it's the same players that have started the game. So I expect the coach of South Africa to go with the same starting 11. Now the coach is saying nobody believed in them in his press conference. He said nobody believed in them, even the South Africans. They do not believe in the team, the squad. They feel like they will not get to this level. Some of them are saying maybe where they were expecting them to get to maybe quarterfinal. If they get to the quarterfinal, it's good for them. So still, maybe if they did not win this game, they will not be disappointed. The fans, the South Africans, they will not be disappointed that they lost against, Nigeria, based on the target. Their target was quarterfinal, and then they go to the semi-final. Obviously, they shouldn't be disappointed if they lost against the Super Eagles, because Super Eagles, for me, I think are a better team than than uh, than South African. But I still think it will not be easy for the both sides. It will be an interesting game, difficult game for the both team. The only thing I think is that the experience. I feel like Nigeria will use their experience based on they have been in this position several times than the South African team, and also the players, the Nigerian players. I feel like they have more, top player, if you want to put it like that, than the South African team or South African players. South African players, obviously, they have some good players. As you know, many of them are playing in the South African league. Even their goalkeeper and their four center defenders plays in one club. So many of them plays in their league. But still, we believe that Nigeria have, more, how should I say, quality players than the South African team. Maybe what is pushing the South African team is because maybe they understand themselves, because they are playing in one league, and many of them are even playing in one club, sound down. So possibly that's what is pushing the South African team, and also their manager. But I still think that what we've shown, what the Super Eagles have shown in this tournament, it's shown that we are a better team than South Africa. So obviously I will be backing Nigeria to win this one. And then, like I said before, it will be a difficult game for the both sides defensively. The both sides have shown that they can defend, and I think these two teams will be careful. That's what I think they'll be careful, And honestly, I don't expect too much goals in this game. I will not expect too much goals, because the two teams defensively have shown that they can defend. So I don't think I will expect too much goals in this one. So I'll be expecting Nigeria to win maybe 1-0, in this game. And let's just talk about Victor Osimhen, because there's talks that Osimhen did not follow the team to the location where they will meet for the game. He did not follow the team because he had the knock, but the doctors are working on him. They are assessing him to see if he will be fit, for the game. And then another report came out again saying they saw Osimhen training with the team. So possibly, if really he's training with the team, that is to say he's fit, maybe he has joined the team. Now for Osimhen, we just hope he is fit. We just hope he joined the team, because Osimhen, I feel like will be very important for this game. It will be very important, because South Africans, their defense have shown that they can defend, but they haven't faced Osimhen. We shouldn't forget he is the African Footballer of the Year. Yes, he hasn't scored so many goals in this tournament, just as we expect him to score. He has only scored one, but I think he's very important for the Super Eagles in terms of how they play, in terms of how they approach games. You know, Osimhen with his strength, how he likes to press. He's that kind of player that is everywhere in the attack. So Osimhen is really vital for this team. It's really, really important. So we just hope that Osimhen, will be fit for this game. So for me, yeah, like I said before, my scoreline will be 1-0 for the Super Eagles. And like I said before, it will not be easy game for the two sides. But yeah, Nigeria will just edge it and win the game 1-0. So yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my opinion on this game. What's your thought? What's your opinion on the game? How do you think the game will go? Let me know. And so guys, if you're watching the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, Blue Point TV. Like the video, it's really important. You like the video. And also on Facebook, follow the channel Blue Point TV. Share the video. Thank you guys. Stay safe while I see you again.